Heroic mode is here, and with it comes some very minor changes. We'll first be covering the changes to the Vosik fight. I will not be explaining the mechanics in depth if you've never done the raid before, but I have links down below to where I do explain the mechanics of each fight in depth. With the Vosik fight comes 3 minor changes. The first change is that instead of 3 Siva charges dropping from the ceiling, you will now have 6 Siva charges dropping from the ceiling. That means you can either have 6 people throw 1 charge each, or you can have 3 people throw 2 charges each. I would suggest having each person throw a charge. So these charges now do half damage from what they did in normal mode. So you are going to need 18 total charges to take down Vosik's shield. So 6 charges will do a third, and so on and so on. The second change comes with the monitor phase of the fight. The symbols will only appear on 3 of the monitors, the 3 big ones right dead in the middle. There'll be 1 hanging over Vosik's head, 1 to the left, and 1 to the right. My friends and I, before Heroic Mode drop, thought you would have to shoot multiple monitors. Not the case. You're only going to have to do 1 monitor during monitor phase, just like you were doing on normal mode. It will only light up on 1 of those 3 big monitors. And the big difference is that they have a ton of health. So you need to make sure that you and your fire team are team-shotting them. The third and final change to the Vosik fight comes with the clean rooms. So after doing damage on Vosik and you're going to need to retreat to one of the clean rooms, the doors are now 75% of the way closed. So you will need to either slide or crouch walk underneath the door to get inside. As you see, I bonk my head and then just crouch walk / shade step my way in. Here's just another example. You're just simply sliding underneath the door. That's the only change to the clean rooms. Everything else is the exact same. So that's it for the changes on Vosik. And I did not mention it yet, but if you are a new player to Destiny, brand new, Heroic Mode will bring the fact that you can no longer revive teammates. So play it safe, play it slow. Light level wise, we were in the 380s when we completed this the first time. I think that's probably a safe bet to have it not be, a huge pain getting it done. Just some tips if you didn't watch my normal walkthrough. I would have the highest light level people in the middle platform area, holding that down. And then Warlocks, I'd be on self-res. Hunters, I would be on bow. And Titans, I would be on bubble personally. But that's just a suggestion. You can rock whatever subclass you want to rock. Again, it's 6 Siva charges. During monitor phase, the monitor has a lot more health. So you got to make sure you team shot. And then the doors, you simply need to slide underneath them during the clean room phase. That's it. Those are the 3 changes. The rest of the fight is the exact same. Next up, we have the Mad Max Siege engine, and this is still very, very quick and very, very easy. The minor change to this encounter is that a spider walker is going to be spawning about right here, right in front of the ramp that will drop down to get back onto the siege engine with the parts. That is the only change. You will have to be very careful about the ships because, those ships friggin' wreck, especially if you are a lower light. But all in all, it's the exact same fight. You should be doing the exact same strategy you were doing on normal mode. The only difference is that Spider Walker spawns. We still have 2 people doing mines, working their way towards each other. We did have the people grabbing the parts. We did have them stall a little bit because these ships do a ton of damage. Again, we were in the 380s. Once you're about, high 390s, 400 light, you can go the normal pace. But we took it a little bit slower just because the ships can one-shot. As you'll see here in this example, I almost get killed by the ship right here by the friggin' grenades. So just be careful about those ships. Take it slow. Titans, I would be on bubble. Hunters, I would be on Night Stalker. And Warlocks, I would be on Stormcaller so you can help clear out ads. You will see here in a second, as my teammate is clearing out ads, around the same time that Mexis comes, the Spider Walker will spawn. Again, it's going to spawn right in front of that ramp on the right-hand side. So Mexis just showed up. He retracted the ramp. Our teammate is going up there to take out Mexis. And here he comes right now, the perfected walker, Spider Walker, Devil Walker, whatever the hell you want to call it. And it doesn't really have that much health. Just get everybody together. We just hung back in this little middle area and just sniped and Galahorned it to death. It goes by really, really quick. You get one leg down, and the entire team just goes ham. It does not have very much health. I was very surprised. I thought it was going to be a bigger pain than it was. It was actually very, very simple, very, very easy. You see, we're just eating up its health. It doesn't have a lot of health. This is going to be a very easy encounter. It's definitely by far the easiest of the three. It always has been, and this should be an absolute breeze for you guys. Once you take out the walker, you're simply doing the exact same thing you did in normal mode. You're taking the three parts, the drive shaft, the warhead, and the engine block. Engine block goes into the back left, warhead goes into the middle, and drive shaft goes to the front right, those that have not done the raid yet. Next up, we have Aksis Phase 1, when you're going to be throwing the SIVA charges at the targets. And the changes here is there's going to be 3 respawnable turrets. There's going to be one on the left, one on the right, and one middle. Left and right are identical sides, so you will see our turret right there. It is above the captain and servitor door. So the left turret and right turret, they're in the exact same spot. So the right turret's going to be above the captain and servitor door. Middle turret is right below Aksis. You see the red glowing right there. Somebody will shoot it out here in a second just to make sure it doesn't fire on us. But it is at the very middle base of Aksis's platform. That is where middle turret is at. And that is the only minor change to this encounter. You're still having the 3 rounds. First round, you need to hit 2 targets. Second round, you need to hit 3. And third and final round, you need to hit 7 targets. So what we did, we just cleared out ads. Once we cleared out ads and captains were spawning, take out the turret. They will be down for 20 seconds. Move up to kill captain. Once we do that, grabbing cannon, and we are on the move. Throwers are staying on their side, so we have 3 cannon people, the same 3 cannon people every time, and the same 3 throwers. Throwers stay, so there's going to be a thrower for right, a thrower for middle, and a thrower for left, and they will always stay. So you see I'm moving over to right-hand side to take out the right servitor, and then the thrower on right will then throw the charge. And the turrets will not shoot at you until you get close enough. So I'm pretty sure everybody basically just hangs out on the back steps for left or right, and then in the middle, you're hanging out on left or right railing. You're just killing that first wave of ads, the second little wave, and then once captain spawn, you're taking out the turret. You control the turrets. They're really not that big of a pain. Once it's down, it's going to be down for 20 seconds. Move up, take out your captains, then you're going to be grabbing your cannons, and you're going to be on the move. Just always have that reminder on your mind that turrets are coming back. Turrets are coming back. I'm taking this servitor out for my teammate, then I'm going to take out the turret. I'm letting him know, turret's down on your side for 20 seconds. It doesn't take a lot to take the turrets down. You know, a cannon shot, a sniper shot, a couple shots from primary. They're really not too tough. And if you shoot a little early, so I shot that a little early and it didn't take out the turret, that's another thing. Let it come fully back and then shoot. And yeah, it's pretty easy. The rest of the fight's the exact same, guys. You're still going to have the shank encounter in between the rounds where they just come flowing down from above Aksis. But yeah, so the turrets, that's the only change to the first phase. Everything else is the exact same. So now we're heading to the second phase of the Aksis fight when we're going to be killing him. And the fight is pretty much unchanged. The one change from normal mode to hard mode is that now you're going to have to hit Aksis with 7 SIVA charges to bring his shield down and move the fight to the teleportation phase. So in normal mode, you only had to hit him with 3. On hard mode, you're going to have to hit him with 7. That means that servitors are going to keep spawning, just like they do in the third round of phase 1, which basically Bungie was kind of helping us practice for hard mode. So cannon people are going to be moving continuously. Now on normal mode, and in that walkthrough video, if you guys watch that, I explained the strategy that my team used for normal mode as we moved as a team of 2. Always have the same 3 cannon people, always have the same 3 throwers. But on hard mode, we wanted to run it just like we do the third round of the phase 1 of Aksis fight. And what I mentioned earlier in the video, throwers stay on their respected sides. So my buddy right here that's rolling with me, he will always stay on this left side and he will always be throwing for left side. And I'm going to be moving because I have a cannon. So we decided for hard mode, instead of moving as a team of 2, we just had the throwers stay on their respected sides and the cannon people are the only people that were moving. I know that's a strategy that I'm sure a lot of teams were already implementing on normal mode even before hard mode dropped. So after you throw 7 SIVA charges, he will then begin teleportation phase. So you need to make sure that your empowered people are set up around the room, one on the right side, one on the left, and one on back. Now everybody kind of does empowerment different, and there's different strategies. I'm going to let you know what me and my friends did for hard mode, and if it works for you, great. If you find a better one that works for you, use that strategy. This is just a suggestion. Now this is for hard mode. If you watch my normal mode walkthrough, this is a little bit different than I explained in the normal mode. We changed it up for hard mode. So in the event of an even split, one empowered left, one empowered right, one empowered middle, we designated those people that were empowered in an even split. Okay, you just have left, you have back, you have right. So once, the 7th Siva charge is about to be thrown, go get to your positions. In the event of a double empowered on one side, in this example, 2 empowered people left, no empowered people middle, and 1 empowered person right, the double empowerment group, the thrower, they have left side. The cannon person, since they are going to be moving around the room, they're going to be going to the open position. So in this example, as the 7th Siva charge is about to be thrown, the cannon person on left side that is empowered, they are going to be covering back plate because the middle team had no empowerment. So just make sure that people are in position once that 7th Siva charge is about to be thrown. And we also designated one of our 3 throwers to keep track and give us updates and callouts. So he would say, okay guys, we got 4 throws left. We got 3 charges left. We got 2 charges. Last charge is coming. This is going to be our 7th charge. Get into position, start moving if you need to start moving. And that's how we made sure that we didn't have somebody out of place. And this fight has always been on normal mode and also on hard mode. It's all coming down to coordination and communication. That's all it is. It's not too tough of a fight. The ads aren't unbearable. The captains can be a little annoying at times. So, if you want to rock a shotgun for them, an offensive super, you want to rock a sword. If you are rocking a sword, make sure they are stunned by something like tether or a grenade because they can absolutely destroy you. Damage is the same. You're doing the 3 teleports, the 3 stuns. On the 3rd stun, you are then going to be able to unload on him. And then, once he goes back up middle, you are then going to go back to one of the 4 pillars. So the fight is the exact same except for the change of having to throw 7 Siva charges to take his shield down. Everything else is the exact same. Obviously you have the light level increases of enemies and Aksis across the entire raid, but I thought that went kind of without saying. All the changes are very minor. Again, with the Vosik fight, I think that's going to be more about staying alive. The Sieve engine is very, very easy. I don't think any teams will really struggle with that. I would suggest to not go too fast, to take it slow if you are a lower light because the ships can absolutely destroy you with the little mine bombs that they drop. Aksis first phase, just make sure to be taking out those turrets. And then second phase, it all comes down to communication, just like it always has. Who's empowered right, who's empowered back, who's empowered left. Making sure to keep moving cannon people, throwers calling out what servitor's next so cannon people know where they need to move next. He still has his little 1% last stand up at the front of the room. It's very, very minor changes. The heroic mode wasn't too bad. Hopefully this video was helpful, helps you combat these new changes, and you and your fire team can go in there and get it done, and hopefully you guys get some good rewards. Thanks for watching. If you watched all the way through, have a good one, guys. See ya.